Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
A family picking up a new car from the dealership is hit by a suspected drunk driver. Their 6-year-old daughter is killed, the father critically hurt. We'll tell you what we're learning about the man now in custody. And the temperatures are dropping this afternoon. Brandon is tracking a gloomy Thursday. But we do begin with breaking news on the plot to kidnap Governor Gretchen Whitmer. A 14th person is now facing charges. Attorney General Dana Nessel says that the person is being charged by the state but did not provide more details. 6 people are facing federal charges for the alleged kidnapping attempt. The rest are facing state charges in connection to a plan to storm the Capitol and overthrow the government. We're working to get more information about this new case, and we'll bring you the very latest when we learn it on air and online at clickondetroit.com. Even more breaking news at this hour, this time from the Joe Biden campaign. Senator Kamala Harris is suspending in-person events until Monday because 2 people associated with the campaign have tested positive for the coronavirus. The campaign says Biden had no exposure, but he and Harris did spend several hours campaigning together in Arizona last week. Aides say that they were masked in public and in private, and they had multiple negative tests since that event. And now to new information about a crash that killed that 6-year-old girl out of Waterford Township. Police say the deadly wreck was caused by a drunk driver. Investigators are telling us the 28-year-old man was reported for driving recklessly before causing this 4-car crash right there at Highland and Airport Roads last night. Local 4's Larry Spruill joins us now live this afternoon. And Larry, I understand that the driver is in custody. Do we know how that father is doing?
Yeah, Everard, that father is recovering from his injuries involved in this crash. Now, police say that drunk driver was speeding up and down Highland Road when he got into 2 crashes. One crash right here involving that family of that 6-year-old girl. Another one right here at the intersection. Now, we know alcohol played a factor, and a 6-year-old girl is dead today. Now let's take a look at some of the video from the scene from yesterday here at Highland Road and Airport Road in Waterford Township. There were 2 crashes, as I mentioned, one near the Waterford Mitsubishi car dealership. A man driving a white 2016 Hyundai Sonata was speeding down Highland Road when he got into a crash involving a family of 3, including a 6-year-old girl. That girl died. And then police say the driver kept going and got into another crash at the intersection nearby. That crash involved multiple cars. Witnesses described all of this as chaos. Take a listen.
That car smashes into the vehicle that was at the stoplight. It hit so hard, it felt like a bomb went off. I could feel the energy of the impact go through my body. It was so hard.
Again, police say alcohol did play a factor. That suspect involved in this case, he is in custody, as I mentioned, and he is recuperating from his injuries. But meanwhile, the good news out of all of this, if there is any good news, that there were no more fatal injuries. But once again, that 6-year-old girl, she did die from her injuries involved in the crash from yesterday. We are live in Waterford Township this afternoon. Larry Spruill, Local 4.
And sadly, a mother and father having to deal with this tragic and senseless loss. Larry, thank you for the update.
Narrowing that front door to mass incarceration.
And now we want to keep you updated on the forecast on this gloomy Thursday. Temperatures dropping around Metro Detroit. And Brandon, we're seeing a little bit of rainfall in certain parts.
Depends on where you are. If you were watching, Larry was dry, sweatshirt though, and certainly cool. The winds are blowing, but it isn't wet everywhere. Just happens to be wet here on the east side primarily. A lot of it too over southern Ontario and over the Big Lakes, but downriver into Monroe County, it has just been persistent, and we are getting a little bit there in northeastern Wayne County here in Grosse Pointe Woods. And you'll see some of these showers now that the winds are shifting as the cool air comes in. There's showers up near Traverse City. A little bit of moisture coming off of Lake Michigan means may get a few afternoon showers coming in as well. Low and middle 50s right now with 10 to 15 mile an hour winds. Those winds will pick up 10 to 20 and gusting 20 to 30, which again would sort of usher in some of those lake effect rain showers from Lake Michigan, but kind of splash and dash. Evrod, everybody on the west side right now is dry, but it'll be the west side probably with a better chance for afternoon, early evening showers today.
All righty. Thank you for the heads up, Brandon. We appreciate it. We'll check in with him again in just a little bit. Meanwhile, the Senate Judiciary Committee has set an October 22nd vote to recommend Judge Amy Coney Barrett's nomination for the Supreme Court. The committee hopes to send the nomination to the full Senate for a vote by the end of the month. Republicans are racing to confirm President Trump's pick before Election Day. Democrats, however, are saying that they should wait.
Time has come to be honest about what's going on here. You're just trying to ram through this justice against your own words in light of everything this president has said, where he won't even commit to a peaceful transition of power. That's the world we're in right now.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says that he would plan to put the Judge Barrett's nomination on the Senate floor by next Friday. All right now we want to get a look at the latest coronavirus headlines for you this afternoon. New unemployment numbers show layoffs are still high during this pandemic. 898,000 people applied for benefits last week, and of the 22 million jobs that were lost when the pandemic first hit in early spring, a little more than half have since recovered. A new COVID alert app is launching on the campus of Michigan State University and the surrounding community. If a student is diagnosed, they'll be able to confidentially make a submission to the app. It will then alert students and staff who might have been exposed. Just yesterday, Michigan added 1,359 new coronavirus cases with 13 more deaths. And as Michigan deals with fears of a second wave, coronavirus cases are surging in much of the country. 30 states have seen an increase, and Miguel Almaguer has more on that and details about a new study that could give air travelers more reason for comfort.
Cleared for takeoff? New results from an independent military study may provide a shot of confidence for air travelers as we head into the busy holiday season. The military says 300 tests were conducted on United planes, with mannequins simulating passengers, both masked and unmasked. Each experiment releasing 180 million air particles. That's equivalent to thousands of coughs. When seated with masks on, only 0.001% of those particles actually made their way into another passenger's breathing zone. 99.99% were filtered out of the cabin within 6 minutes. A positive sign while in much of the nation the number of infections continues to soar. 36 states plus Washington, D.C. are seeing double-digit increases over the past week, including Utah, where the governor announced new restrictions to flatten the curve.
But Utah is now facing its most dire episode yet in this epidemic.
It comes as Dr. Anthony Fauci is weighing in about getting together for the holidays.
You may have to bite the bullet and sacrifice that social gathering unless you're pretty certain that the people that you're dealing with are not infected.
Meanwhile, debate is heated up around the idea of herd immunity, letting the virus run its course among those with the best odds of surviving. This week, 2 senior White House officials referenced a document advocating for the policy. The document says in part, those who are not vulnerable should immediately be allowed to resume life as normal. An open letter from leading researchers in the Lancet Medical Journal calls the approach a dangerous fallacy unsupported by the scientific evidence. The race to protect Americans as the nation faces a deadly second wave.
There is also growing concern over events like Halloween. Here in California, officials are urging all families to stay home, and in Beverly Hills, they're outright banning trick-or-treating. Miguel Almaguer, NBC News, Los Angeles.
All right. Thank you, Miguel. Still to come here at noon. Our coronavirus coverage continues after the break with the major airline testing tests. We'll tell you where travelers are getting swabbed before they're allowed on the plane. Tracy?
I'm Tracy Potts. The presidential candidates creating their own split screen tonight. Instead of a debate, they're each hosting separate live events. What that may look like next.